Well, it sure looks like we got somebody coming in hot to Haulover, but if you want the easy button way of taking on Haulover Inlet, this is probably it. Welcome back, crew, to Boats vs. Haulover, where me and a machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in a 5-round competition to see who can be victorious. And this is going to bring us to the first round of our competition, and here in the first round we're going to feature a Boston Whaler stepping in the ring to try and do battle with the inlet, but not just any Boston Whaler. We've got none other than our red top legend himself making an appearance down at Haulover. Now he's going to have to be careful today. We've got a pretty heavy following sea, and just inside the inlet it really is just a big washing machine right now. He's taking his signature approach, sticking to the north side of the inlet. So far looks pretty good, gets a little high right here and winds up coming down. I think he stuffed it. We're going to take a quick look at the replay just to try and confirm. Here we're going to see he's going to come down, that bow goes under, look at the amount of water that comes out the back, and he's going to wind up taking a loss for the boats here in the first round. And that's going to give Haulover Inlet the early 1-0 lead as we move into the second round of our competition, where the boats are going to toss a ringer in, as we're going to have one of those Haulover killers of Freeman stepping in the ring to try and do battle with the inlet. Now this crew looks pretty solid. They got the boat up on plane, letting the boat do exactly what it wants to do and eat up these waves as they approach the mouth of Haulover. And this crew's not going to have any issues whatsoever and easily take a win for the boats here in the second round. And that'll bring us into the third round of our contest, tied at 1 apiece, and we're going to feature a charter vessel going to make its way out of Haulover, trying to do battle today with the inlet, but they've decided to add a little extra spice to this one as they're going to try and go out the inlet with a few bow riders. And to top it off, we're going to make it an extra spicy meatballs. We just had them pass a yacht, so they're going to have to deal with this yacht's wake as they're trying to make their way out. You can see the boats bobbing pretty hard as they start to get into it, and man, the girls almost lose it. The girls here wind up airborne, coming over that yacht's wake, smacking back down on the deck hard. Thankfully, no waves came over the bow, or easily one of them probably could have been washed overboard. But here from the other angle, you see it again. They just get over that last yacht wake, and the girls wind up smacking back down on the deck. Kind of a poor choice by the captain to let them try and ride out. It's a rough day even without that yacht wake, as we can see here as they're starting to get out the mouth of Haulover Inlet. Now fortunately in this situation, everybody appears to be okay, there's no issues there, and the boat does eventually make it out of Haulover. But when we go look at the scorecards, this was a rough exit for this crew, and I'm going to have to give this round to Haulover, which is going to give Haulover a 2-1 lead as we move into the fourth round of our competition, where we're going to feature a Hammercat stepping in the ring to try and do battle with the inlet. Let's see if our crew can get this one done and get the boats tied back up with the inlet. So right up front, our crew's coming in a little slow, but Cap starts to lay into the throttles a little bit as he starts to approach the mouth of the inlet. Now this boat is a big catamaran at 35 foot, but it's not quite the same as the Invincibles and the Freemans we see because of the process they use to build these boats. This boat's significantly lighter than those, and that's why this boat only has twin engines on the back instead of the quads we would typically see on the Invincible and Freemans we would see in this size range. But this crew's found their safe riding attitude. They've got the right speed for them. The boat's just barely up on plane, gonna let the boat do the work as they approach the mouth of the inlet, and this crew will take a win for the boats, bringing us back to a 2-2 tie as we move into the fifth and final round of our contest. Who's gonna take the win in this episode? Will it be the boats or the inlet? We're gonna have a Grand Bank stepping in the ring to try and close it out for the boats. This is a big yacht, but Haulover is being a little feisty today and it's a little rough, so this could be an interesting contest, especially with the following seas. Cap's got to be careful how he approaches this one. Now, not as careful as some of the smaller boats we've seen earlier in the day. This boat's got a little more leeway, as you're going to see. Really, no issue for them. They're going to wind up taking a win for the boats here in the fifth round, and that means the boats are going to wind up taking a win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.